The Virgo solar eclipse happens this Sunday, September 21st at 2:54 p.m. CDT, CST, whatever it is, a baby, adjust for your time zone. Virgo solar eclipse. I tried recording this twice already, Shameless Squad, and my live when I was just showing off you the behind the scenes in business, things that I do really truly for YouTube, stopped recording here. So, guess what? Rather than being critical, your girl's just going to do it again and be done working for the day because literally it didn't want to work for me. So, maybe it's just a sign from the universe for me to be done and to stop, listen to my body, energetic, energy, and all the things. I also like rearranged my little office, Zen Den space. I like calling it an office to get you this cute background for this video here. So, let's talk about this Virgo eclipse that is happening overall. So, what you can expect in this video, Shameless Squad, this is what I'm going to be discussing. What is going to be the underlying energies of the Virgo Pisces axis here, what you can expect to play out, be it 2 to 3 months, 6 months, or even the next couple years from these eclipse energies with the nodes of fate as well to background characters in the sky here, but really important ones because they are destiny here on a collective level here, and what universe, God, source, astrology is asking us to do, as well as understanding the Sabian symbol and going through all 12 signs, rising sign, fortunes, horoscopes, everything like that. You can check your sun and moon if you'd like you to, if you'd like to too, as well as the Sabian symbol, plus anything that you can kind of expect. I tried to do Zoom and show you the chart, so it didn't let me do that. So I am not going to do that again because it kind of goosed it up because we are at the anaretic degree. The 29th degree is the anaretic degree. So you might be feeling these energies of like, oh my God, why is nothing working right now? Or feeling frustrated as if, oh, I did this a couple times and this is frustrating as hell for me. And is this even going to be worth it? Are people even going to watch this? Are people even going to like this? Are they going to hype it? Are they going to comment? Are they going to support here? Right? So I am putting this out there again to trust in the universe that it will all work out in my favor. Okay. So if you are new, what up? I am shamelessly sexy Jackie Boo. Thank you for going on that shameless tangent with me. Make sure to smash subscribe, hype this video. I'm literally pouring my heart into it, yo. I did it because I got a request from multiple people on here, as well as text from some of you too that you want to watch this video. So here we go, boo. It is completely free to you. Like, subscribe, turn the notification bells on, comment, share, do all the things. So the algorithm, babies, this is my stream of income. So I definitely always appreciate it when you like, subscribe, when you donate, when you send me tips. I love all of you for doing that via Cash App too, because this is a lot of energy. And this is an energy exchange as well too. Check out my memberships if you want to join them in the future. I have one for $9.99 on the channel here. I'm going to be adding more content, more videos. Basically, you get priority comments, you get live members only chats here specifically. And I may not go live anymore with readings. I may just go live with what I do behind the scenes in business and just stream because it is a lot of work. It is a lot of energy. And I want to really educate all of you about what I am doing and how I'm showing up for you very consistently because a lot of times people don't always see that behind the scenes of business. So I'm trying to balance everything. And I may just do lives for members in the future, or post content members or content only for members here specifically. And yeah, so you'll just have to stay tuned with all of that. If you're new, I'm shamelessly sexy Jackie Boo. I am a spiritual entrepreneur. So I am a psychic, I'm a medium, I'm a tarot reader, I am a Reiki practitioner, I am an astrologer, I am a channel for spirit to come through, boo. I am also a sexual confidence coach. I'm a former certified sex therapist, and I came up with the world's first ever Astrosex 1 and 2 programs. What does that mean? Astrosex 1 is all about how to heal the relationship with yourself, or learn about your sexuality, or your gender, or be able to learn about your pleasure, your intimacy, romance, turn-ons, all the damn things, and be able to heal or just gain information to help you understand your astrology natal blueprint better here when it comes to sexual self-care. There is 44 plus pleasure work exercises. That is course 1, program 1 here specifically, along with a community and coaching and consulting calls here specifically. And then program 2 is learning how to be a master Astrosex astrologer so you can do these readings for others in the future too, boo. This is over 5 figures. No lie, it is 90% off. I only have 8 spots left for those that want a massive discount in this. We start in 2026. No, I've not decided when yet. I'm looking at the astrology of when would be a good time with all of this. So please bear with me, but go to stayshameless.com, book your consultation if you want the giant discount today, because prices will be going up right away. 2 courses, 1 community, 14 coaching and consulting calls here, 44 plus pleasure work exercises, and over 111 videos for you to become a master astrologer and to learn all of this stuff too, plus bonus trainings on Lilith, Chiron, and 4 sexual goddesses, as well as 3 exclusive Astrosex decks here for learning purposes. My 3 Oracle decks that you've probably seen on the channel, they're only exclusive to this course information because I don't have the energy to write up all this information to really explain it in a way. I am like this bulleted points and I'm a talker, as you can tell, so it is all in the course info. You will learn how to do this so well. I cannot wait to have you. Trust me when I say this is going to be a future of healing, boo. I just know it in my gut and in my soul, and a lot of people are going to be searching for this because if you're a part of the queer community, you already look to the stars for your astrology, okay, and your guidance. So help your friends out in the future with this. Help your family, your loved ones, whomever it might be. There is no astrologer out there that has done this. There is no former certified sex therapist like me who has done this in the world before, or sex coach or consultation or anything like that. And if you are an astrologer and this is an area where you have not niched in, but you are very curious about how to do this, I think it's very important to be mindful of shameless communication and not assuming people's gender, sexuality, or all these things. So we talk about this, and I also teach those who do not have a business how to create your own business around this too, and I give you lots of tips, tricks, feedback, and secrets in regards of what can really help you. So without further ado, Shameless Squad, let's get into the tea. I've recorded this twice already, and it just didn't work for me. I'm going to show you briefly the chart in the sky. And I am going to just talk to you about the rising sign fortunes, tell you a little bit about the Sabian symbol, everything like that, what you can kind of expect with these energies here overall. So I can just kind of point this out to you specifically. Let's share. Cool. So hopefully you can see this here. Okay. Vanishing pen. Cool. So this is the solar eclipse that is going to be happening in Virgo at the anaretic 29th degree in 5 minutes. So we will be reading the Sabian symbol for 30 here because we want to round up. Specifically, what's complicated with this is the nodes of fate here. You have the south node of releasing, shedding, letting go, give it up kind of energy here. And you have the north node in Pisces, the higher octave, higher vibration, enlightenment. What is it that you want to do that is hidden and move forward, be it in your work, your coworkers, your routines, your physical health, your wellness, pets, in your karmic debt that maybe is owed to the world here or to others, and really step into this divine enlightenment, this divine purpose, your soul contract maybe. So it could be good for you to look at your north node placement here specifically overall when reflecting on some of these things if you would like to. There's a lot of oppositions going on in the sky. We have Saturn that is retrograding right now in Pisces, so it's thinking about the past, which can be this 12th house energy of things that could be hidden, things that want to come to light here. And I honestly don't think this will be as clear of energy until Saturn goes back into Aries here in the future, where it gives us some guidance on how can I move forward for me, myself, and how can I transform this and be very diligent moving forward with maybe starting something new or taking some sort of leadership action in your life here, Shameless Squad. But there is knowledge to be seen here that is hidden overall with this 12th house story. So pay attention to that here specifically, as well as pay attention to when the moon is done mooning and done being in the eclipse energy with this 29th degree, and it moves into Libra, within hours, same day, later on. This is something to pay attention to your dreams that night, because it will be right there with Mercury, the dream messenger. And this could be about relationships. This could be about marriages. This could be about business partnerships. This could be about contracts with Mercury here. And the moon, contracts is really Jupiter. However, it can be some form formal business agreements here with the seventh house energy, business partnerships, marriage contracts, commitments here overall, or collaborations in the future. So you're making some insight here, or there could be a specific text message, phone call, email with Mercury being, the moon's ruler during this time in the seventh house that's coming through your relationships this Libra season, as well as Mercury's ruler is also in the third house here. So right now there could be some shocks, odds, surprises. There could be good news about like community events specifically here. Get out in your local neighborhoods, your communities, connect with people, short distance trips, travel. This could be the wind of news, the wind of changes that you just kind of hear on a collective level. I would also say pay attention to news, social media, things of that sort here, because we do have this trine from Uranus to Pluto here. And so this could be some kind of like information that you get from, allies, benefactors, friends, community groups of people, maybe a sibling older than you, or siblings, aunts, uncles, nieces, cousins, nephews. And with this could also be like some sort of short distance trip within the next, 2 to 3 months for some, maybe 6 months or even a year after on this eclipse. But I feel like this is more so telling us with this flowing Uranus to the sixth house, a opportunity that you hear about from maybe social media or online or news, be it through coworkers or colleagues here as well, about your work or about your day-to-day habits or your physical health routines. And this could also be like you getting out there a little bit more and doing the damn thing. So there's just a lot that's going on with these energies. Woo, as we look at this on a collective, like my background. As we move as a collective here specifically, Mercury or Virgo also represents healthcare, physical health. This is like house of like nurses, doctors, therapists here, I would also say, especially with 12th house, that's kind of more therapists too, as well as seventh with relationships here, and ninth house guides, gurus, mentors, whatever, right? This is something though where you might hear a lot of things potentially getting cut here, specifically with the South Node of like potentially services given to others here overall, in order for something better to happen. You're going to definitely see the rise of the ability of people to really heal themselves, learn more about how to spiritually heal their bodies, their energies, their minds, and it all comes from this power of thought forms and vibrations and your emotions, your energy and motions. I'm listening to the Law of Attraction book by Esther, I don't remember, and it talks about health and it talks about money today, and it was very interesting. So I think we're going to see this more and more and more. I talked about this in my live today. September 16th is when I'm recording this, so go back and watch the first 20 minutes if you want to hear a little bit more, but you're going to see the rise of that specifically, as well as potentially lots of people, nurses going on strikes, doctors going on strikes, or maybe even people quitting, healthcare, sick care fields, things of that sort, specifically here, that they may not want to be there anymore and they're fed up. And that might be this big thing to change specifically. What this solar eclipse is really asking us to change on a collective level is the services we give to others, our daily physical health habits and routines that can influence our mind and our mental health when it comes to Mercury being the mind here specifically. It's teaching us to learn how to master it, not be so in our heads, and take action and move forward on some things. It's also telling us to release criticism of others, perfectionistic tendencies of ourself, our physical health, and our wellness here, but also other people. Pay attention to that, as well as with lovers or people that you love here with Venus here, the planet of love and money here specifically. She's also supporting us in regards of maybe people who might help us making some sort of, new way of money or service given to others. She is in her fall, which does make it a little bit challenging and difficult, but I do think she is here wanting to help us through this time as a collective here over the next month or so to tangibly kind of see where is this going, what's happening, and kind of like put things together and be diligent with what is it that you love to do that could also help you make some sort of money or some sort of service that you give to the world here during this time. And this is something where when it comes to these energies too, these oppositions, like Saturn wants us to be very diligent, specifically overall and going for it action, but it is retrograde. So that does make it challenging with it opposing the sun and the moon here specifically, because the sun is like your identity, yourself here. The moon is your feelings, your emotions, your intuition, the dark parts of ourself that we don't always want to look at, or fears with this. And Saturn could be, someone potentially, it does represent the 10th house here specifically. So So could this be, a boss, a coworker, someone here who might in particular really want to say something or something hidden here that could be kind of like firing of different jobs or cuts or things of that sort that's happening, but like you had no idea that could be going on. Going over different types of, career contracts here specifically. Again, Jupiter is career here overall, but I could see a lot of people growing, some sort of work from home positions with these kind of settings here specifically overall. So there's something about that when it comes to Saturn opposing stuff, and there could be some career stories and narratives for a lot of people here with Saturn ruling the 10th house, but then also originally Aquarius's original ruler here being disciplined and moving forward with some things. There could be some shocking news from friends or family members that does make a sextile to Saturn that could help you move forward when it comes to stepping in some sort of destined position, opportunity, or wish fulfillment. So I'd say pay attention to that. With these eclipse energies too, it's also going to ask us that we don't escape our responsibilities with Saturn being in the 12th house and being that it is in Pisces. We might have some, behavior where we try to go back to the past and it's not the best. Maybe this is also trying to go back to a past job or position, and then we realize, holy crap, it's not good for my mental health. This is the house of undoing addictions, prisons, jails. So I would just pay attention to this when it comes to this eclipse energy. Don't make any big decisions during this time. Specifically, it's not going to be a great time to manifest. I'm just giving you the shameless truth with all these oppositions in the sky. Despite, different trines happening, these oppositions are harder because they are closer in the middle planets, providing those balances here. And we do have Jupiter flowing to the North Node in Pisces, which is asking you, how do you want to grow? How do you want to expand when it comes to what it is you are meant to do in this purpose, in this lifetime here specifically overall. So that's a little bit about what's going on here. We are going to read I'm going to stop sharing. We're going to read the Sabian symbol. So we do have this at 29 degrees and some change here overall. So let's read the Sabian symbol. The Screen of Prophecy is the book here, and we're going to talk about this when it comes to 30 degrees. We round up with this symbol specifically here overall with Virgo. And then we'll get into the 12 rising signs here. So the keyword is safeguard, and this is a false call unheard and attention to immediate service here. The theme is a higher call to duty, which can kind of feel frustrating because the South Node is in Virgo, and Virgo is what we want to give to others in services. But then we have this North Node in Pisces being like, well, how do I do this? How do I give this? Right? This symbol speaks to responsibility and to the fact that when an individual focuses on the things of higher value and minds his own business, he will be seldom to waste his time and energy on foolish distractions or lose his place in the immortal scheme of things. The image of a false call, unheard inattention to immediate service, dramatizes the principles of discrimination or the ability to choose wisely. It alludes to the fact that when the individual has found true his calling, he knows where his duty lies and what he needs to do to get to where he wants to go. Life and circumstances cooperate with the individual who creates a place for himself in the world. So it's about releasing something with the South Node in Virgo from the past in order to create something new and moving forward. North Node in Pisces. And I feel like a lot of people, whether or not they want to, they do need to release or let go of certain things. We'll talk about what that might be. Because it's kind of this really, I really look at this solar eclipse. I know it's solar, I know it's sunny, I know it's supposed to be fun and bright, but honestly, Shameless Squad, I feel like it feels more of like a full moon or a lunar eclipse here. It's not fun with the South Node right next to it. So it's kind of like, what's this brand new beginning and like this ending that's happening here? It's like a both and approach. And it's kind of like you have to give something up in order to get something better here is going to be the main theme of the story. Giving something up in order to get something better. I wish I wrote that down so I can remember that in regards to your horoscope. So I'm going to try my best. So stay with me. But at its positive, this is the highest symbol, or at its highest, the symbol represents integrity and self-fulfillment through accomplishing a special mission in life. Negative is the inability to separate wheat from the chaff or indecision and a complete lack of discretion. So this is needing to be able to make the right choices for yourself and not going back to a past timeline here is the best way I can describe it when it comes to the spiritual like undertones of this specifically. Concentrate and focus. Your time and attention are likely to be taking up trying to find solutions to pressing problems here. The opportunity is when your greatest advantage lies in prioritizing and putting things first. Make a list and stick to it. The risk is guard against letting yourself get distracted or caught up in other people's problems. Don't put it off until tomorrow what needs to be done today. Stepping stones are focus, concentration, discrimination, interest, dedication, devotion, commitment, stewardship, mission, responsibility, duty, competency, and protection. So a new start wants to be created, but it's like something needs to be ended. I wish I remembered the line I just said. That's okay. But it's like something needs to be ending in order for a brand new beginning here overall. So we're going to talk about that storyline for you based on your rising sign. Let's discuss whole sign houses versus the 29th degree in Virgo. Whole sign houses is like, you bake a pizza, right? And you have each house that has its chunk of that sign perfectly. It's all proportion. It's all the same slice of pizza here, right? That's whole sign houses. And that's what you would look for when it comes to your rising sign. Now, when we look at the 29th degree, that is Placidus specifically, where it might be on a different area of your chart in your houses. So, for example, if your rising sign, let's say, is like 21 Leo rising, for example, right? And then you have in the first house as well, Virgo energy, that might be, later on in the next house here. So it might overlap and go into the next house if that house is bigger, because some houses can be bigger based on the Placidus system here. So you want to specifically look where 29 degrees is going to be in your chart here. It's not an exact science when you look at the whole sign house system here. And if you don't know how to do that, always feel free to get a birth chart reading done with me, or you can easily put your info into astro-seek.com. Free resource. I don't really recommend it for the horoscopes at the bottom though, because it doesn't really give you much, I feel like, of interpreting and intuiting the chart here specifically. So that's something to just be mindful of, use discretion. And this is something where, as well, it's going to be better to kind of understand based off of your natal blueprint, like where exactly that Placidus house system is landing for you here. So it can just depend. You might need to look at the next rising sign after you overall. So I would just encourage you to look at your birth chart here as well and pull that up and do a transit chart if you would like to be able to do that here specifically. So I'm not going to keep pulling up the chart back and forth here overall. I do have something at the end that I do want to share here as well when it comes to these themes of alignment. So I'm going to do an outro on this video of a little bonus reading of stuff that I found that I thought could be really helpful to the collective during this time, of a post that I saw earlier today on social media, and it just felt fitting. Like, when you just see something, you're like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but here it is. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to share a post from something that I saw today as well. So again, if you're new, please make sure to like this video, hype this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. It takes you less than the time that I made this video. You could probably comment, if you were to comment every single second or minute that I actually am doing this video and sitting with you all, there would probably be thousands of comments on it. But I would like to be able to get the likes up, the subscribes up, the watch hours up here on my channel here. So please support me. This is my stream of income. This is my only income coming in and flowing right now, aside from me doing different types of services and one-on-ones with people, as well as workshops. So without further ado, I think that's everything I have to say for now. Go back and watch the Psychic Tarot reading too. I recorded that earlier this week here. Overall, please help support me and the channel grow. That's really, really amazing when you do. And my health and my wealth and my spiritual health and wealth, really appreciate it so I can consistently continue to show up for you. Memberships, I'm going to be more active with creating my membership. It is $9.99 on my channel here overall. I have some things that I'm thinking about with creating with that in the future, but I may just do live readings on there or certain things on there. And my lives now on my channel might just be more so of behind the scenes in business, as long as it doesn't cut off at the end. Okay, shameless plug. So let's discuss this. We're going to start with you, Virgos, and your rising sign and what house it is going through. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit based off of what you can expect with this eclipse energy here specifically overall. So let me take a sip of water. Cheers, shameless squad. So Virgo, sun, moon, rising sign here. This is going to be going through the first house of you. this eclipse specifically is really going to show us a lot about your identity, your ego. This is like changes, potentially in appearance, potentially even like body image, physical health, different types of things in the ways that you express yourself. So, with this going through your first house, this might also be releasing like any criticism of how you look or how you feel or how you show up or perfectionistic tendencies. This is letting go of not loving oneself because you also have Venus in the second house here saying, like, hey, learn to love yourself. And it's like, well, that's not really happening overall if you are being critical or upset about, um, different things that maybe your mother or your father told you or said to you growing up here. So I would be mindful of those different types of stories that you're feeding your mind during this time. This does oppose the seventh house of relationships, long-term commitments, marriages, business partnerships, and you have Saturn and Pisces here. So this might be something that you're kind of stuck maybe in an old job setting, or you've been in a marriage or some sort of legal contract negotiation agreement for too long. And the North Node is kind of asking you, is this the right business partner? Is this the right connection? Is this the right lover? Is this the right relationship? Is this the right marriage here? And you might be overthinking this a lot in your head here. This is something that I would really say slow down your energy, get grounded, and just take some time for you on this day to contemplate the things that you really want because it is in the sign of you. And how can you step into your higher self, your spiritual enlightenment, the things that you love, the right commitment, the right marriage, the right business partnership, the right business opportunity here. Okay. There's something about that story for you that specifically wants to come true. So, what is it that you want to create within yourself, your own personal identity that helps you then expand into new, relationships, growth, marriages, business contracts, positions, or opportunities to move forward in this energy? Okay. I feel like there's a lot happening for you, Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. So you'll have to let me know what resonates in the comments below. And like and subscribe to this video. Hype it too. It's all completely free to you. But you might feel very, very, very in your head. Use this day, I would really say, to journal, get stuff out of your head, jot things down, write a pro and cons list of whatever you're trying to kind of figure out right now when it comes to your seventh house energies and stories, opposing your first house energies and stories of self. How am I sacrificing myself in order to be there, for others? And what can I do to maintain a better balance of creating new relationships, new pleasure in these stories? And I feel like this is also asking you to create better boundaries, not people please in relationships, and be very intentional of how you move forward with these energies and not criticize yourself for not doing that sooner, learning that sooner, knowing that sooner, because you also have this story around maybe you weren't given the tools sooner here specifically overall. So, Virgos, let me know what resonates in the comments below. Like and subscribe, hype this video. Would love to have you be a part of the Shameless Squad here. And Virgos, definitely come back at the end so I can share a little bit more wisdom of a post that I saw for you that I definitely want to be able to share with you moving forward. Okay. Libra, sun, moon, and rising sign here. This is going to be going through your 12th house. Your 12th house is your spiritual enlightenment. This is your mental health. This is your dreams at night. This is different types of, mysticism. This could be psychic abilities, channeling other realms here overall. With the sun and the moon here, with the solar eclipse that's happening, it is opposing Saturn in the sixth house energy. So this opposition is really your 12th and 6th house stories here. And 12th house with the south node here is needing to let go of some sort of addiction, bad habit, undoing. This is also potentially something that you need to let go of overthinking here is how I really read it, release it, and allow yourself to flow and be at ease a little bit more, Libras. This is something where I feel like for a lot of you, you might need to also let go of any subconscious people pleasing that could be coming up with the sign in the 12th house of you and how it might impact your specific coworkers, colleagues, physical health routines, or certain things of that sort, getting into a really good physical health routine could be good for you and your mental health of like cleansing and shedding and releasing and getting that good movement, maybe nearby a body of water or something that feels more flowy here with the sixth house of physical health and wellness. This could also be, getting new opportunities potentially through coworkers, colleagues, pets, or even with Saturn retrograding the sixth house, people wanting you to come back to an old job opportunity, position, or work or whatever. And I feel like this is kind of a test for you to be like, no, that's not the right decision for me here, specifically overall. With Saturn in the sixth house, this is also needing you to ask yourself for how can I flow a little bit more within the day, but also make sure that I maintain some really good, reliable structure with my daily routines, with my physical health here, with my work, my services given to others. And Saturn's really asking you to be diligent with this here moving forward and step into your true north of career endeavors, specifically overall, and put yourself out there with this here. We also have the energy in the 12th. Literally, this is like dream analysis, interpretation. This might also be coming through where there might be like a really lovely dream that happens or whatever, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, that didn't happen. What? Now I have to go back to my old job or see this boss or coworker or colleague or whatever. So I would just pay attention to that here. If you're kind of bummed out about your day-to-day life, Saturn and the sun and the moon in the 12th literally want to show you something when you are chilled out in a meditative state, relaxed, vision, dreams, night, when you're in that theta wave here overall. So I would definitely recommend being able to meditate on this day, being able to ground down your energies on this day, being able to do it for a long time if you can on this day. I would even say like an hour just with these energies. And that's completely up to you. For some people, an hour might feel like a lot. For other people, an hour feels like it's the shortest amount of time with meditating. So maybe you need to work up that muscle a little bit more here over the next 6 months, and release an old way of thinking like this is going to help me mentally or spiritually. Or you might be releasing something from the past here overall, that didn't help you with maybe your mental health, your mind, your spirituality, or enlightenment, and maybe it kind of hurt you here overall specifically. And Saturn in the sixth is kind of saying, I'm wiser now in my work or my routines or my karmic debts or certain types of things here overall. So Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. Let me know what resonates in the comments below. Like this video, hype it up too. Drop me a heart too. It's completely free to you. Help the channel grow. I would appreciate that so much here. And make sure to stick around till the end so I can share a little outro with you, kind of bonus thing that I'm doing that's kind of fun too. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising sign here. So you have this eclipse energy in your 11th house. 11th house is your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. It's also your friends, your allies, your benefactors. 11th house is a fun house, right? But you almost have something that isn't so fun anymore that you don't want to do. Something needs to come to an end, be it with a friend group, a past wish, a past dream, a past hope, in order for something new to really come in to these fifth house stories with the opposite energy of the North Node there and Saturn there too. I feel like you need to have more fun, more pleasure, more play, or for a lot of you, this is something in regards of like, wow, I really thought this was going to be something that I love doing. Potentially, 11th house can also be benefits from the 10th house of career endeavors, and you're just like, yeah, no, this is not it anymore. So a lot of you might be letting go of some sort of wish or dream or, something that was once destined that is not it anymore. You may be overthinking this quite a bit or fixating on this quite a bit. And the fifth house is asking you, Saturn, retrograde, Pisces, think back into the past, year when it's been bouncing back and forth out of, Pisces and Aries energy. What is it that you want to create more joy, harmony, pleasure, or anybody that you want to be able to date, meet out, have more romance, have more sexual connection with, and how can you potentially also create some new spirit, not spiritual, but create some new endeavors for you when it comes to potentially if you are a business owner here. Fifth house is also business owners. Some of you might be releasing some sort of job position or opportunity from the past in order to create something new in regards to streams of income here, specifically overall, to move into this specifically. And you might be thinking about this, overthinking about this, and really releasing some sort of dream that didn't pan out for you and stepping into this higher divine calling or purpose. For a lot of you, this might feel like you need more time to play, to have fun, to have more romance. And there could be an opportunity as well in the future to have a trip abroad or out of your city or state, not like more so state or country or abroad, for far off distant shores and lands, or an opportunity to be able to create maybe a retreat or something around that, or go to university, or go to some place completely different. And this is a harmonious flow. When it comes to this, you might be, again, needing to be very sober-minded with this when it comes to Saturn in your fifth and Pisces. Pisces is also escapism, and it is opposing the sun, wanting to take action and move forward, in the moon, making yourself feel better with whatever this might be here overall. But I do think you need to be mindful of this because you also have the South Node in the 11th house, which is also like what kind of friends or allies or benefactors are you going to let go of, and how are you going to create these new ones, you know, across the world or these different places and spaces here specifically. So there's some different storylines for you. There's like you have to release something in order to get something better here, and it seems more so like what friends do you need to release that may not be the best for you, or allies or benefactors here overall, in order to have more fun, more joy, more pleasure, or that will be better for business endeavors in the future. Good luck, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. Let me know what resonates in the comments below. Help the channel grow. Like this video too. Hype it too. Completely free to you. This is the third time I'm recording, so please help your girl out. I appreciate it. Hit subscribe too. Stay to the end to also get the bonus info. Okay, so Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. You have a 10th house story here. This is giving something up with the South Node here in your public reputation, your career, your image, certain things you do in the public eye here overall. And there does want to be some sort of brand new start or brand new beginning, you know, with the solar eclipse here specifically, because you have the moon and the sun that wants to shine a light, a spotlight on you in your career endeavors here, or new opportunities. But there's something from the past that you need to release, cut, and sever, let go of. And I feel like this is the criticism of potentially not having the best, you know, maybe bosses or employers or jobs or opportunities and careers. This could also be the criticism of why didn't I do this sooner in my career, was something that you thought of, and like taking action on your ideas. I would say be very mindful of that and careful with that. You have a 10th house, 4th house opposing story here. Fourth house is your family of origin, your generational trauma, your karma that you carry on to this life from people's past lives, or like past upbringing, more so your childhood here specifically as well. And you have this story of you maybe quitting a job specifically in your 10th house of career in order to maybe move closer towards family here with the North Node in the 4th house here specifically. But you also have Saturn retrograde in the 4th house. So it's kind of like if you were to move or maybe even work from home, it's like, will this work out? Will this be okay? Do I have enough balance between my work and my play? If I live with other people, be it roommates or friends or family or coworkers or colleagues or a lover, a partner, a spouse, like, is it actually going to work out with this balance? Because there is this opposition. So I do see you needing to delicately work out some of that stuff, but also don't drag past bosses or past like things from your family of origin and project that onto a partner here specifically. You're going to really need to learn how to balance out some of these energies overall. But this brand new beginning and start does want to happen in your career. It may happen in the next 2-3 months here, but you are going to be releasing something to start something new, which might lead you to a new, better home too, as well, or working from home too. So Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. Pay attention to this. I would also say pay attention to substances within the house as well, because you have Pisces here in Saturn and it is retrograde. So don't go back to old habits that actually don't promote, you know, the wealth of your household and maintaining, a certain amount of money as well to maintain the household or being able to pay for certain things or bills or being able to do what it is that you need to do within a day for your career endeavors. So make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, like this video, let me know what resonates with you. And always share it too if you like this. Consider becoming a member of my channel as well too if you'd like. Okay, we have Capricorn, it's us. Hi Cappies, how are you? So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. You are doing this. We are doing this. We're doing the damn thing, Capricorns, okay? We're doing this in our ninth house of higher education, philosophy, spirituality, dharma, guides, gurus, teachers, mentors here specifically, universities, things of that sort. Let's talk about the releasing. Are you releasing a guide, a guru, a coach, a mentor here? Are you releasing, I don't want to go back to school or higher education or university? Are you releasing some sort of philosophy or spiritual belief as like, that's not it for my path here overall? Are you letting go of something that you thought could have been a really great far off distant shore, land, trip, travel, vacation opportunity here? Okay. How this is playing out for me personally and professionally is I'm letting go of a class that I thought this person was really, really great at and or would be really great at and was actually really disappointed in them. And I held them accountable to certain things and shamelessly was honest about some things that they lied about to a lot of people in the spiritual community. So I'm not doing anything with this class here. I'm just releasing it. I'm letting it go. I'm chalking it up to a learning opportunity and they might have seen me as very critical, and I could have been very critical and upset at this person, absolutely. And they might have also felt like they were working from the North Node in Pisces, and I might have also thought that too. And we both could have misunderstood each other, but a conversation could have been had about certain situations. And now I'm just like, F it, like release this, whatever. This is just not the right fit. And I hope this person does apply the things that I shared with them in the future if they do teach these courses, because I feel like that's very important here, right? And this is a ninth to a third house story here. So what you see, in third house is online, in communities, neighborhoods, aunts, uncles, nieces, cousins, siblings, nephews, technology, sales, and marketing here, right? And so there might be also an opposition with releasing some sort of potentially book writing public endeavor. And Capricorns, this is like maybe also wanting to just post on social media and just, write short little things that you really like here with the North Node in Pisces specifically overall. This could also be something where with these energies of ninth to third house stories, this is letting go of something from the past for me as well. I'm also giving up my sex therapy certification, and that's something I went to higher education for university for. I went for my master's degree in clinical mental health counseling, got licensed as a professional clinical counselor, and then got certified sex therapist because you have to jump through so many fucking hoops, and I'm not doing it anymore. I don't care. I don't need this thing for like an ego boost hit. So that's literally what I'm releasing and letting go of here as well when it comes to the South Node Virgo energy, to step in my spiritual, entrepreneur octave, third house energy, North Node, and really know that I've thought about this a lot. So this is how this is playing out for me. Saturn retrograde in Pisces. This is something where it's like I've gone back and forth on this for a really long time, and I've really come to the sober decision. Not that I was thinking about this over a cocktail. That would have been fun though. Of like, hey, this is just not it for me anymore. Okay. So this is one of those things where you may be asking yourself, are these things it for me anymore? And do I feel secure and comfortable and confident in that, right? The stepping into your third house purpose is sales, marketing, social media. You could have a lot of pop with this, Capricorn risings and suns and moons, doing videography, photography, things online. This is with it wanting to trine Jupiter, expand you with to more clients, audience, sales, marketplace, going viral here potentially too with people from far off distant shores and lands specifically. So a lot of business wants to come through here overall. So this is also potentially, you might be releasing some sort of spiritual belief, mindset, philosophy in order for something new to come in. So this is like, what do you need to release in order to create this brand new beginning, Capricorns? Let me know what resonates in the comments below. Hopefully my example helped in just explaining that a little bit to you. You'll have to let me know in the chat, but like this is how we put the astrology together with these things here overall. And this is something to pay attention to with your horoscopes in your chart too. But like, subscribe, Cappies, hype this video. I appreciate you when you do. And make sure to check out my membership, everything like that. And go to stayshameless.com to get on the newsletter for all deals, all things that I'm doing in store. Thank you for all of you who purchased the discounted reading too. Love you, Cappies. Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising sign. Okay, I need to take a sip of some water because that's where I'm at. Okay. Water break. Self-care, don't care, everybody. Woo! Aquarius, sun, moon, rising. You will be doing this eclipse energy in the eighth house. So, eighth house stories, sex, occult wisdom, secrets, karmic relationships, inheritance, tax structures, other people's money. And that's some things that you might be releasing here. Eighth house stories matters could also be a way of like not making money in a certain way anymore. So you might be releasing a way of making money, an old job, an old stream of income, an old career path where you're just like, I don't need this anymore. I need to let this go. You could be releasing some sort of tax structure that you have. You could be releasing something in regards of like, this could be, I mean, death of a person here too. I don't want to lie about that because this is also death. And this could also be something where you are really just letting go of these things that don't feel right for you when it comes to getting money from other people anymore. And it's kind of like with the note of fate here, this is like let it go already kind of energy and step into how it is you want to um, really make this money from other people because the North Node story here is in the second house in Pisces of enlightenment overall. Saturn is here and Saturn is retrograding in the second house of your values, your material possessions, your money that you receive here overall. And the eighth house is money that's owed to you. So could you be receiving money that's owed to you? Sure, absolutely. But could you be needing to let go of a way of receiving money? Yes. With Saturn retrograde, this is something that a lot of you, I feel like, worked a really, 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 really long time for in your career endeavors. Like you climbed to the top of that fucking mountain and you've been thinking about this back and forth. Should I, should I not? Should I, should I not? And with these oppositions here, it's almost like I see that you are losing money by keeping something that is no longer of value to you. Second house is your values. The South Node is in the eighth house. This is not something that you value anymore. It's played out here specifically. And so you might be releasing all those different storylines in particular and letting go of something in order to make more money, create more streams of income for you, and take disciplined and diligent action here. This is something that you might be back and forth in your head about specifically, really worried about, obsessive about here. So Aquarius is, I would say, for you on this day, breath work, release it, and maybe doing a guided meditation where you hear someone's voice like that you are listening to almost make you only focus on that. So that way you're not focused as much on the thoughts in your head. And anytime that you have a thought in your head, like cancel, clear, delete it, I don't need it, Kyle, grade that shit, right? Say it and then say no. Like this is working on your money mindset. Like I always attract abundant opportunities. I always make money. I am healthy, wealthy, rich, that bitch. I am wealthy AF. I am always making money. And just notice like how when you speak these things into existence, it does attract you and push you to that North Node, but there's something you need to release here overall. So, this is something new ways of doing this, receiving this Aquarius Sun Moon Rising sign. Let me know what resonates in the comments below. Like this video, hype it too. It's completely free to you. It supports me and my career endeavors too. And I would appreciate if you did come back at the end to let me tell you a little bit more about these energies in a bonus part of the read. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. So, sibling sign story energy here, right? You're going to be doing this in your seventh house energy. your marriages, your business partnerships, your contracts, agreements. This is like long-term commitments here. Overall, Jupiter is more so contracts, agreements, but it's also like this could be contracts that you make through business or through marriage, legalities, something's related to that in particular. Are you letting go of a legal business contract? Are you letting go of a marriage here? Are you releasing some sort of story with a long-term commitment in a relationship or a partnership that it's just kind of like no more? I could see a lot of you needing to end some sort of partnership because it's almost like you're overworking with Virgo, Moon, and Sun in the seventh house here, where this person you may feel like is not giving as much to it. And then you might feel like, wow, I'm really critical of them. And then I just keep doing everything. And then you almost people please them, which is something that you need to let go of. With the North Node and Pisces in the first house of you, Pisces, this is about, really changing some things up when it comes to who you are in this lifetime. Like you're the main character energy and this world here, and how you want to show up and give yourself to others in a way that I feel like does help through your relationships here overall. When it comes to this with the first house of identity, ego, you might be going through an ego death of completely changing some sort of career here with Saturn retrograde, going back to things from the past. Doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel good. Or I'm reflecting about why I really don't like this and how this doesn't benefit me, potentially in a work setting with Saturn ruling relationships, work. This is like a very career driven story here for all 12 signs, whether we believe it or not, just with the accesses of Pisces and Virgo here. So, Pisces, you might be thinking about this of like, wow, this feels like I'm service to maybe higher ups in a company or something like that, or other relationships. And I also need to serve like myself in a way. So I feel like some of you might be completely giving up some sort of career or relationship, marriage or love for choosing yourself and saying like, I love myself enough to not work in a career that I hate for the rest of my life. I love myself enough to not be in a shitty relationship with somebody who doesn't show up for me. And I feel like this is a very empowering energy for you, Pisces, to step into this alignment, boo. Okay. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising sign here. You might also just be letting go of, relationships that maybe have been critical of you, but also maybe having some conversations about this too, and really secretly how this made you feel in the past, because you got Mercury in the eighth house as well, Virgo's ruler, and fourth house, Gemini, Uranus. So there's that kind of narrative and story that's playing out here too of like hidden secrets and things and karma. So I would pay attention to these stories. Be kind to yourself during this transit. You definitely will be feeling it. Let me know how these energies are playing out for you. Watch the Psychic Tarot too, because I think you'll actually really like it, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising sign, and let me know what resonates in the comments below. Okay, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. So you are going to be doing this eclipse in your sixth house, Aries. Your sixth house is services you give to others. It's coworkers, it's colleagues, it's your pets, it's rental properties, it's physical health. It's a lot of packed house energy in the sixth house. Let's not lie. I'm not gonna lie. Could this be the death of a pet? Absolutely. Could you be letting go of a pet because its physical health is too much for you? Absolutely. And then your brand new start is 2 to 3 months, 6 months later, or a year later down the road, you get a new pet. Sure, absolutely. Could you be releasing an old way of working out or doing certain things for your physical health that you realize this is actually not healthy for my body here because there's some new like information I received that now I actually want to try this because I feel good and I look good and I feel better, right? So I'm letting go. Are you letting go of how you criticize maybe your physical health habits or your routines here and starting something new? That could be one storyline. Are you letting go of leaving one team at work, coworkers and colleagues, and moving to a better team because it's better for your mental wellness and your physical health, and maybe there's a different change in schedule shifts. Sure, absolutely. Um, with this, this is like you needing to really focus on, which sounds like an oxymoron, right? Like yourself through the services you give to others. So that way you don't energetically drain yourself here. And you might be inclined to pay attention to that a little bit with 12th house stories and narrative. Ask yourself what psychologically, mentally, emotionally exhausts you during this time when it comes to work-related matters with Saturn and Pisces in the 12th house here. Careful of your sleep routine and habits. Careful also of with this, being very diligent on that, routine, disciplined on it as well. Pay attention to your dreams too, because there could be some sort of spiritual enlightenment that you might be seeing here that could help you expand into some sort of hope, dream, goal, wish that you may not be seeing in your day-to-day light activities here with this 12th house narrative story with Pisces North Node in the 12th house for you, Aries. So this is something that wants to grow and expand, but also Saturn is there and you might be subconsciously like holding yourself back here. So maybe even asking yourself and doing some shadow work of how am I holding myself back or how this year have I been holding myself back, be it at work or in my physical health routines or within my mental health or what I'm thinking or how I'm feeling with people. How can I show up more authentically in these areas of my life here too? So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, that's what I've got for you. Make sure to like, comment, hype this video, completely free to you, supports the channel, helps with my health, my wellness, everything too. And I would appreciate that so much. And stay around till the end for a little bonus information that I want to share with the collective too, okay? I love you, Aries. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising sign here. So you got a fun house, Taurus, and I really do like it for you. You have this solar eclipse going through your fifth house. Fifth house, let's discuss this. This is dating, romance, pleasure, joy, good luck house. This is creative endeavors, entrepreneurial endeavors, and those pursuits. Are you releasing something like maybe dating somebody, F buddy, friends of benefits, hookup, whatever, relationally? Are you releasing something that actually doesn't bring you a lot of pleasure or joy in your communities? You know, are you releasing something that doesn't make you feel good, right? Are you letting go potentially of one business to create a brand new one here to bring in more money, but it's actually something that you truly love here overall, but it's going to take some time to get off the ground? Are you releasing someone that you dated that might also, just not be the right fit for you in order maybe to date a friend here because you have this opposition to the 11th house of friends, allies, benefactors, colleagues as well, which is also like your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, your destiny house here. So there could be some of you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, letting go of somebody who you're dating in order to date somebody that you like more. It's kind of bachelor, bachelorette vibes. Letting go of some sort of activity that you love doing or that you used to love doing once or a hobby or something that brought you pleasure, but now you want to try something new that'll get you to something better. And you're going to be doing this with more friends or more people, but it feels like it's more passion driven and it's got more purpose to it. And this could be something where you go back to this from a friend with the past here, with Saturn in the 11th year, of maybe someone who's older than you or an ally or a benefactor here. Are you releasing someone or some sort of business endeavor, entrepreneurial endeavor, and letting go of that in order to get a better ally, a better benefactor here? With these opposition energies, the North Node is really asking you to step into what is the thing that's going to help lots of groups of people. What is the thing that gives you, truly your destined purpose of a lifetime here? So if you're not like looking at your North Node placement, I would suggest look at that or get a reading done for this specifically because the nodes are really embedded and baked into the story for the next 2 to 3 months to 6 months to a year here. Everybody's timeline's kind of different, but you can also create a faster paced timeline here. But I do think you need to kind of let go of overthinking about what brings you joy or pleasure or even who you're dating, if it's multiple people or relationships, or who you're hooking up with sexually, or how it is you want to go about something, because something does want to grow and expand for you here with a lot of sales, a lot of marketing, a lot of clients, with Jupiter in your third house. So it may take some time here, but clearly Jupiter's blessings is really supporting you to expand more in your friendships and groups, allies, benefactors, in order to get more sales, marketing, or things off the ground in local neighborhoods, communities. So you kind of have that background story baking into. So, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. Let me know what resonates in the comments below. Hype this video, like it too, subscribe to the channel, turn all the notification bells on so you never miss out what I have in store for you. Definitely consider checking out my memberships, all the damn things too, especially if you want more content because I've got some things in store for you that I'm excited to share very soon here. Oh my goodness, it's already one. Okay. um, some other things with this too. Come back to the end of this video to get a little bonus reading for me. And these energies that are just really coming out too overall, okay? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising sign here. Geminis, let's talk about you. You are going to be experiencing this Virgo solar eclipse in your fourth house. Your fourth house is house of family, generational trauma or curses, karma from the past, houses, homes, properties. It's also anything that really has to do with family systems work specifically. For Gemini, rising sun and moon, this is like releasing an outdated critical story that's outplayed of your family of origin, releasing a house, releasing a property, releasing some place that you don't want to be anymore because it just doesn't make you feel right. It makes you kind of feel, ugh, this isn't it, like critical of the space here, okay? You might also, with this whole new energy here, potentially be releasing, some sort of property to potentially move in with roommates or family or other people here overall. It just kind of depends on all of your storylines and what's happening for you personally as well. You might also be really doing some healing work and letting go of criticisms of what family said about you growing up during your childhood, and even different types of money and love stories with Venus hanging out here too. Really working on your mindset with this is going to be very prominent and important for you. And I feel like this is a lot around mother, father, parent dynamics, or if you have two moms, two dads, anything like that, that can play out here as well. This is also opposing Saturn in your 10th house, which could be like, okay, well, what's my dreams, my hopes, my wishes? And it's retrograding, it's going backwards. And so there could have been some sort of hope, dream, wish to maybe have a house or a home, and then you're releasing it in order to potentially move for a career endeavor overall. Or there could be something from the past that wants to come back around with career endeavors, but it's not going to be clear until Saturn moves forward and is forward facing in Aries from maybe an ally, a benefactor that can benefit you in your career to step into some sort of true north destiny, purpose, or place here with Pisces in the North Node in the 10th house here. So, what is it that you are doing from your home space, whatever, that you need to release, or maybe releasing items from your home in order to maybe give up an old home life in order to get a brand new life, potentially with home versus career? So, you may have to sacrifice leaving your home, leaving your family, leaving your space, your place here in order to move elsewhere across the world. With the North Node in the 10th, this could also be a dream job position that is created for you here as well. North Node and Pisces people that benefit from this in their career endeavors that use it for photography, videography, cinema, acting, actresses, things of that sort, where it's very filmy or artsy, creative endeavors and work are going to benefit from doing this moving forward. And I do see that because it is flowing to your second house of money, where Jupiter is trining this to really give you some money, material items, possessions, values here. So it's kind of like you need to release different things in your home, your space, your place, or things that you were doing in the past from the home space and place when it comes to your career, if you worked from home, in order to get something brand new that really wants to expand here. Release it, okay? That's what I feel like telling you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. Let me know what resonates in the comments below. Like this video, hype it too, help the channel grow, hit subscribe, turn the notification bells on, and stick around till the end for the mini bonus reading too. Ooh, how long have I been recording? Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign here. How are my Cancer babies? I miss you. I love all of you. Cancers, let's talk about this. We're going to be doing, I'm a Cancer Sun. We're going to be doing this solar eclipse in our third house. Okay, so let's talk about this. Third house energy, selling, marketing, writing, teaching, taking up a course. Um, Social media, siblings, aunts, uncles, nieces, cousins, nephews, cars, transportation. Are you giving up a car? Are you giving up a transportation? Are you giving up, teaching a course? Are you giving up some sort of a social media platform? Are you giving up a way of marketing or selling yourself here overall if you are a business owner? Are you giving up a connection with an aunt, uncle, niece, cousin, sibling, nephew that is just not healthy, or those extended family members that's just really not good here? In order to create better connections, in order to create something else here? Are you giving up a car in order to get a better one in the future? Are you giving up, selling a course in order to teach a course, a better one in the future? Are you giving up a way of marketing in order to have a better way of marketing in the future? Are you giving up one type of social media in order to have a better type of social media in the future, right? It's those stories here. So what are you releasing in order to get to create and get this brand new beginning here? Because that's what this is asking us to do. Me, for example, I did this a couple months ago, so it kind of plays into the story, but not really. Like I gave up my Instagram account, for example. I also gave up my timeline of teaching my Astrosex 1 and 2 courses, doing the community calls, coaching, and whatever. Like I said in a different part of this reading, I'm teaching that later in 2026. And that tracks with the North Node in the ninth house, following that Dharma of what feels right to me in order to take some more time to market this and not have to do it so quickly. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising sign here with this energy of Saturn making an opposition to third house stories and it being in Pisces, which is retrograde. What is it from the past that you need to finish up, be it with your dharmic purpose, your alignment, your spiritual path, going back to a past guide, a coach, a guru, a mentor. This could be someone brand new with the North Node and Pisces here that you might be working with that could be a destined opportunity here overall that you don't want to miss out on because it may Saturn here is reminding you to, hey, go back to that here and you may miss your chance in the future. There's some sort of long distance trip or travel that could potentially be very good for you in the next 6 months here, out of state, out of country, out of whatever. And Jupiter is bringing you some blessings with this because it's trining you in the first house, Cancers. That could really bring you a lot of expansion, a lot of abundance, a lot of growths, a lot of connections across the world here, as well as bringing you a lot of enlightenment too, and sense of soul purpose and who you are meant to be here too. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising sign here. Let me know what resonates in the comments below. Help the channel grow, like it, hype it, do all the things. Please hit subscribe, turn the notification bells on. I would appreciate it when you do that. And make sure to stay till the end to get a little mini bonus reading. Leos, last but not least here. Leos, you are doing this. Okay, story in the second house here overall, where you have the sun and the moon with the solar eclipse in the second house. Second house is your material possessions. It's what you value. It's also self-esteem and what you value within yourself here. It's also your money and how you make money, but also what could give you pleasure and joy here. A lot of you might be releasing a career endeavor of how you make money here is the best way that I see this overall. It's not good for you. It's not your purpose. You're overthinking about it. You're drained. You're exhausted is what I get from these energies. With the eighth house story in the North Node and Saturn coming here, Saturn is asking you, what can you go back to from these eighth house stories that maybe are going to be more spiritually aligned for you with Pisces in the eighth house that you really love doing that can maybe take off in the future with ninth house when Saturn moves direct in Aries again and overall. So give your time to kind of think of, or give yourself time to kind of think about this is what I would say, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. But I would also say the universe wants you to let go of some sort of way of making money or material possessions or maybe items that you want to sell, release, let go of, maybe even donate. And then boom, you feel clear in order to move forward with this brand new start or beginning here that they really want to give you with money specifically. I would say pay attention to money mindset. Don't be overcritical. Reading a lot of different healing books on that during this time could be really good to expand your mindset and not harp on yourself with these money making ideas. With eighth house stories, with money making ideas, this could be occult wisdom, which is such a broad term, right? Occult wisdom just means secret. The word occult means secret. So if that's like you love astrology, maybe you want to become an astrologer. If occult wisdom, Reiki, Qigong, chakras, angel numbers, numerology. This is also psychology. This is the house of sex here, right? This could be a lot of tantric stuff going on as well as God, eighth house is just so much, like maybe even death, maybe even dying, secrets. This is like witchy vibes energy too, spell casting, rituals, these different types of things here where you could have been really interested and disciplined in this in the past and you almost got lost in it because you have Saturn and Pisces, but it's almost like you got lost in it because it's your passion. It didn't feel like work, it felt like play. I would highly recommend you do some of that stuff to step into this. This is also occult wisdom can just be like anything that you find that is a secret that you want want to be able to share with this world and really help them overall. And Jupiter in the 12th house really wants to expand this, grow this for you because it is trine. So pay attention to your dreams, your psychic abilities could be expanding on the rise here. Meditate in your downtime, really get clear. Pay attention to also what you ingest with the second house here being, the face, the throat, like that sort of thing with overall, like don't be using substances during this time. I feel like there's an important like spiritual liberation that really wants to happen for you, Leos. And this is important to let go of those things and be very intentional about what you put in your mouth so you can get clear here because Virgo wants clarity and Virgo also creates like mental chaos and clutter. And so it's about releasing that in order for you to move forward with this too, in particular, into some major growth and expansion, which I really love for you. It's just you got to be able to love that too and do that too. Eighth house, this is also potentially new ways of making money from other people, maybe tax structures, inheritance here as well, just because there is an elder here with Saturn, someone older. It could be an older man, a grandpa, dad. It could also be just someone that's older than you in general, irregardless of gender. A wise elder. And you could also come into contact with someone who's a wise elder trying to teach you, how to do something, or going back to someone from the past here that could be really good to get reconnected with when it does come to these money stories and how to make your money work for you. There could also be a reimbursement. That could be a big payout from money that's been owed to you from the past here as well. That could potentially come in over the next 2 to 6 months. These energy stories do play out for a year though. So Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. Let me know what resonates in the comments below. Like, subscribe, hype this video, help the channel grow, do all the things. I appreciate it when you do. It is completely free to you. So please just take the extra couple seconds here and help me grow so that way I can keep showing up for you. This is helpful to my health and my wealth as a business owner too, okay? So, Shameless Squad. This is a lot. This is heavy energies. Like I said earlier on in the video, it kind of feels more so like a full moon to me rather than a solar eclipse just energetically. And y'all will have to let me know if it feels that way for you too, or if you've just been feeling this way because it's eclipse season, because of where we're at with all that's going on in the world or whatever. But I want to share, something that I saw on Facebook earlier today, and it was from Buddhism page Facebook. I want to give credit where it is due. And this is something where it says 20 sayings that are brutally scary, but absolutely true. When we are so in our minds with this Virgo energy, sometimes that can be allowing the fears, false evidence appearing real to run us and ruin us rather than us run with like a new story, a new narrative, new enlightenment, new creation. We're being called as a collective, close the book. You're done with this story here over the next 2 to 3 months or 6 months. End it and write a brand new one. And I just felt like these 20 sayings that are brutally scary but are absolutely true spiritually could help someone out there. So this is what I want to read to you. So just bear with me, Shameless Squad. Number one, and you'll have to let me know which one you like in the comments below too. Okay. Come back to these as much as you need when you're listening to this video again for eclipse energy. So number one, to become a better you, getting used to saying goodbye should become a thing. And that is so these energies. Okay. Number two, you are what you do, not what you promise you'll do. So remember that your words cast spells. Number three, no one will realize your value until your absence is felt. So close the door, cut people off, let go of the old narratives and stories that are not good for you anymore. Number four, don't fight for someone to love you. Fight for someone who loves you. Okay? I like it. Five, never think that a person of peace is not skilled at war. So be mindful of that. Six, just a minute of anger, lust, or greed can destroy a lifetime of hard work. So remember that with work and ego deaths, and that's number six, sixth house energy, okay? Seven, the closer you get, the tougher it'll get. Eight, Any lesson you refuse to learn will continue to find its way to you until you learn it. So, what lessons have you learned from this eclipse energies? What has the astrology taught you this year? What are you needing to shed the last bit of that snake's tail here overall as we're at the end of the year, specifically here? Okay. 9, sometimes fighting a war with yourself is a must to become a better version of yourself, Kier. 10, the longer you sit on the wrong train, the more expensive it will be come to return home. Or the more expensive it'll become to return home. That's powerful. Number 11, ships that wait for the perfect wind will never be able to set sail. There's never the perfect timing. 12, fear will never stop death. It will only ruin what's left of your life. 13, you will never be able to heal in the same environment that got you sick in the first place. 14, nothing is worse than avoiding your full potential. That one hits home. 15, real wealth is having absolutely no health problems. Go back and watch my previous live earlier this week here when I talked about alignment. First 20 minutes, I talk about that. So check it out. 16, save every stone thrown at you. You'll need one, or you'll need each one to build your own castle one day. Alchemize. 17, nobody works harder than someone who dislikes asking another for help. So ask people for help. 18, never be scared to start again because a new start can lead to a newer and better story with a different ending. 19, the truth will only set you free once it is finished with you. 20, honesty will not let you have too many friends, but it will definitely let you have the right ones. So, Shameless Squad, did we like this? Did we like the outro? Did we like bringing in a little bit of Buddhism into it? I thought it was very different. I thought it was very interesting. I really like that post. I feel like it connects to the astrology and all the things that we're just kind of going through as a collective and on this level with one another and each other. So, pay attention to criticism, pay attention to closure, what you need to release, let go, and step into that highest octave, that north node of yours too. If you need any guidance on astrology, psychic tarot, all the things, definitely feel free to book me for a session here. Overall, services and prices will be going up soon. And stayshameless.com. All that info is in the description box below, but hop on the newsletter, join, because that's where I give discounts, deals to people. They only happen every so often. I think my first one was this past week or so this year, and we're in September. So you have to pay attention. You got to stay on it or become a member of the channel, because I'm not going to be announcing it to the community board or Facebook if you follow me over there, or LinkedIn or anything like that. Newsletter, 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 memberships, memberships, memberships. Maybe you're watching Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice. But happy eclipse energy, happy almost Libra energy. I hope to see you all very soon in lives just to say hi or commenting on other videos too. I love you. As always, stay tuned for more. Stay shameless.